There have been a lot of good animated films this year, so is DreamWorks' The Wild Robot one of them as well? Let's get started on my review of The Wild Robot. Let's go. What's going on all my Flicksers? This is Jacey from Jacey Flicks, and I just got back from watching The Wild Robot in theaters. Now, before I do get started with my review, please note this will be a spoiler-free review just in case you haven't seen it yet, currently showing in theaters. Also, please make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on more new animated movies that I'm reviewing just like this. So The Wild Robot stars Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Kit Connor, Catherine O'Hara, Mark Hamill, Ving Rhames, and more. Shipwrecked on a deserted island, a robot named Roz must learn to adapt to its new surroundings. Building relationships with the native animals, Roz soon develops a parental bond with an orphan gosling. Oscar-nominated filmmaker Chris Saunders has done amazing work in the space of animation. Throughout the 90s, Saunders contributed as a storyboard artist, character designer, and writer of Disney classics such as Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, and Mulan. So it's no wonder that this film feels like a classic already as you're watching it. He made his directorial debut in 2002 with Disney's Lilo and Stitch. Later, Saunders transitioned to DreamWorks Animation, where he played a crucial role in creating How to Train Your Dragon and The Croods as both writer and director. His animated films are celebrated for their charm and emotional depth, a reputation that continues with The Wild Robot. So now that you kind of get some context on who made this as well as wrote this, then you can probably see where I'm headed with this. Based on Peter Brown's children's book series, which I had no idea, by the way, going into this film, The Wild Robot, to my surprise, captures the same heartfelt magic as Saunders' previous works. It not only blends beautiful animation, stellar voice acting, and emotional storytelling, but also keeps you captivated and really glued to the screen throughout this film. Now, as far as the voices, the film's heart lies in its beautiful, crafted characters and relationships. Saunders brings together a remarkable voice cast, including, of course, as I mentioned, Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o, Kit Connor, Pedro Pascal, and more, with each actor giving life to the story's colorful characters. I really had to think twice as the movie went on because I really couldn't recognize Lupita's voice as Roz and even Mark Hamill's voice as the bear. Funny thing too that I had to mention is that I love hearing Bill Nye's voice as the character who brings wisdom to our central core characters. It reminded me of some of his throwback roles, including the one that he had in the movie About Time. I also didn't expect to hear Ving Rhames voicing a particular character in this film, and I won't say who it is or which animal it is, but I enjoyed hearing his voice, and it's been a while, even in an animated film at that. Now, when it comes to the animation, it's a unique blend of paintbrush-like visuals, immersing the viewer in a richly detailed world. It reminds me of the animation in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and honestly, this was a pleasant surprise just like that film. I remember watching that film, and I felt the same way I did with this. Not only is it really breathtaking to see some of that animation, but also it's very quick in its visuals, and I love that. It kept me engaged the whole time. Unlike many modern animated films, which often favors sleek, polished designs, The Wild Robot embraces a style that invokes the illustrations of children's books, bringing the forest setting to life in an enchanting and visually refreshing way. And at its core, The Wild Robot is a story about family, growth, defying expectations, and even about protecting your loved ones. Roz's journey with Bright Bill, who she is trying to protect, parallels themes of self-discovery as both characters question their purpose and identity. The film is accompanied by a moving score by Chris Bowers that enhances its emotional weight as you're watching it. Although the movie's technical and artistic achievements are undeniable, the narrative feels like it might be a familiar path, but it is far from predictable. As the film went on, I did not know what was going to happen, and it kept kind of subverting expectations, or at least mine at that. And although it feels familiar, it does not diminish the film's impact. DreamWorks Animation really surprised me with this one because The Wild Robot stands out as one of the year's best animated films. With stunning animation, heartfelt performances, and a universal story, it delivers a memorable cinematic experience. This film is a testament to all the animated writers and even illustrators that the craftsmanship can really overtake and be something beautiful. So I beg you, please go and see this movie. And might I add, it's been a while since I've seen a heartfelt film like this that reminds me of the old Disney films from back in the day. It hit me in the feels a couple of times, trust me. As far as the negatives, I don't have many. Other than a few slightly dark jokes in the beginning, those never really detract from the main narrative though, or the kid-like nature. They also don't take away from the heart in this film at all. Now, I am not a father or a parent myself, but this made me feel so much for what Roz was feeling during this film, and also made me feel what my parents felt when I flew the nest or when I was simply growing up. With all that being said, you guys, I'm gonna give The Wild Robot 5 flames out of 5 and a Jacey Flames approved rating.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's right, you guys. I feel like this film was perfect. Great, in fact, impeccable animation as well as the voice casting and the plot, the story, just everything. It's just a great experience. And again, I really urge you guys to go and see it in theaters this weekend, all right? So have you seen The Wild Robot yet, or are you looking forward to seeing it? Also, which DreamWorks animated film is your favorite? Mine is probably either Shrek 2, this one, Now, or Kung Fu Panda. Let me know in the comments below. Last thing before I do go, you guys, please make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date. My name's JC from Jacey Flicks, and until next time, I'm out.